Hello and welcome. I'm Stephen, and today we're going to be talking about the City and Galatasaray game, which put City through to the first knockout round of the Champions League. But before we get cracking, please remember to like and subscribe. Before we talk about the game, actually, there's some transfer news that was doing the rounds last night and this morning. Oscar Bob to Fulham looks like that's going to go ahead. Very, very good move for him. Decent move for Fulham, I suppose. And hopefully he can kick on and have a good career. He's obviously a good player, isn't he? But I don't think he's good enough for the level where we want to be. So yeah, good move for everyone. And Stefan Ortega to West Ham seems like that might be a goer, according to some West Ham sources online. He's been decent for us. We'll always have that save in the Tottenham game that won us the league, but last year he lost me at Arsenal away, and this year just hovering round when really he should have moved in the summer and trying to get a place in the Germany squad, because I think a fit and on form Ortega could probably get in the top three Germany keepers, but you know he chose to sit down. He chose not to go anywhere, so that's up to him. And that's that. But it looks like he could be off to West Ham, and they do need a keeper, don't they? But is he much of an upgrade on Areola? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. That's so up to them to worry about. So on to the game. I was pretty relaxed, I think, going into it, and then the teams came out. So we'll touch on the Galatasaray team first. Great to see Leroy Sane and Gundo coming back to the Etihad, but unless they had a time machine on the team bus, I didn't really see them causing us a problem. They're past it, aren't they? They're past it. They're finished. So I didn't really see what the worry is about before the game. But a couple of the players that I thought stood out for them, I slagged him off in the pre-match show. Davinson Sanchez, I thought he had a good game actually. I thought he looked pretty solid, given he had Marmoush and Haaland to deal with, who are tricky customers. But I thought he did all right. So I take some of it back. Colin McCartos might have been a little strong. I thought he had a good game. And their goalkeeper, I can't remember his name. I thought he was really good as well. His distribution good, some very good saves, and some Premier League teams could do a lot worse than having a look at him, along with Jacobs as well. I thought he looked good for them. I'm not sure his career arc, where he is in terms of is he on the way up, is he on the way down, is he just pottering around in Turkey? I don't know the details, but he looked good. And their main man, Victor Osimhen. Now he is billed as a threat, isn't he? He's a threat. He's the quickest player in Galatasaray history to get to 50 goals. Did that in 59 games. So obviously knows where the net is. I thought he played reasonably well yesterday. I thought he was a bit of a threat. He had some good efforts, but he's always offside, isn't he? He's always seems to be offside. So yeah, I thought he did okay. I thought he did okay given the circumstances. And then they brought on Torreira and Icardi, but nothing was really happening with them. So the game went as I thought it would. Really, as long as we concentrated, we would be fine. And by and large, we were. So the first 10 minutes, I thought was perfect. I thought the setup looked good. O'Reilly had settled well into midfield. I think everything looked really, really good. Apart from Haaland missing that sitter early doors. But, on 11 minutes, Doku plays a beautiful ball to him, and the finish was excellent. It wasn't the finish of a man who was struggling for forms. So hopefully that gives us some more confidence, and he can build on that, and we can look to get him more opportunities. And I'll come on to Haaland and individuals a little bit later. And the rest of the half carried on in the same vein. I thought good finish by Cherki on 29 minutes, good assist from Doku again, and that really sort of killed the game in my view. We'd really have to soil ourselves for that not to be it. But we did have a knockback. Doku got injured; he had to come off. That wasn't great. If The second half starts, and we're sat there thinking, well, where's this going? Where's this going? What's going to happen? Are we going to bury them, or are they going to offer something? Thought the second half started like the Chelsea game did, like the Leeds game did, like a few others did. The opposition changed their approach to get a bit more positive, and we then seem to struggle about how to deal with it. Is it a worry? I'm not sure it's a worry necessarily, but I think it's something that we need to keep our eye on. But once we settled, we could have had many more goals, and I'll go through some of the should we call them culprits later on, because I think there is quite a lot to say on some of them. But two things happen in that half. Two things happen in that half that really make a difference at Champions League level. The first one, Kusanov's header, when he ran in and flicked it, and he flicked it away from the attacker. Those sort of headers, those sort of key defensive clearances, the small margins, they get you through. They qualify you to the next round of Champions League knockout game. The margins are fine. Something like that. Wow, amazing. High level, high quality stuff. And that's the sort of action that gets you through. However, at the other end, we saw something that will almost certainly get us knocked out. The Foden cross to Haaland. What is he doing? That should be low and then just to tap it in at the far post. Those sort of high pressure, high stakes, really big opportunities, they are the difference between going through and going out. We have played so many games in the Champions League over the years where missed chances have cost us, and then a cock up at the other end, I don't think we're going to do many cock ups at the other end this season. When the knockout stages start, O'Reilly left back, Gay, Kusanov, Diaz, Nunes on right back. They are with Nunes, Jesus. They have a solid outfit now. Rodri, Nico in front of them. I don't think we're going to be giving much away. I'm close to saying the Champions League is ours to lose when you think about it. We're solid at the back. Rodri's getting back to his best. Nico Gonzalez back from injury. Haaland scoring. Only a matter of time before Marmoush gets busy again. Who's going to stop us? Hey, comment down below. So yeah, a very positive game. Really, really good. So we'll go through the individuals because I think there's quite a bit to say about some and not a lot to say about others. Donnarumma, he just belongs at this level, doesn't he? He just belongs at this level, and I thought he made some excellent saves, particularly from Osimhen. A couple were offside, but never mind that. His distribution is getting better than he was. Obviously not Ederson, no one is, but obviously more than serviceable at this level. Now, the only thing that worries me is him and Ake. When him and Ake start putting passes together, that bit makes me nervous. Ake's not been in the team much longer, is he? So, that's not really a concern. Nunes at right back. I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I am at the front of the Nunes apology queue. It now seems a long time ago. Month and a half ago, 2 months ago, but, I'm at the front of the I hold my hands up Nunes queue. And I might be going a bit overboard here, but he's the best right back in the Premier League at the moment. No one gets past it. He's setting up goals. He's rapid. He runs for days. He's good in the air. What's not to like? Now, cock-ups are what's not to like, but, the brain fart seems to have got. The panic seems to have got. And he's there, isn't he? The shirt says, wow. I don't know if his contract ends, but need to give him a new one. Wow, Nunes. I'm not saying all is forgiven. Nothing. He can never be all forgiven, I don't think, after the Derby penalty. I don't think I can fully ever forgive you, but I'm very, very close. I'm very, very close. Very, very close. Kusanov. Wow. What a player. I mean, even Robbie Savage is on board. I don't know if you heard what Savage said during the game. He said, when he first comes to the Premier League, he wasn't really up to pace. No, Robbie. He wasn't up to pace for the first 5 minutes. After that, he's been almost flawless, if not flawless. The header, as I mentioned earlier, was world class. It was amazing. I could watch it all day. Brilliant. And there's a point when he came out of defence with the ball, come out running with it. And yeah, maybe you could have put Haaland in, maybe you could have put Haaland in. But the way he glided, bow out of play, nothing came of it. It reminded me of John Stones. I know it's early days, but you know, I do like to make predictions. You got to be definite in this game, haven't you? You're definitely right or definitely wrong. I mean, listen, it's YouTube and it's tomorrow's fishing chip paper. It doesn't really matter. It's all about fun. Well, he will be the best. He'll be one of the best defenders in the league in 18 months, if not 12 months. No ifs, no buts. Diaz has not got a problem yet. You know, Kuso was sniffing around for that shirt. No, don't worry about that. Definitely. Okay, I thought we got exactly what I wanted. What I didn't see at United, I got a steady Eddie performance. All I wanted to see, steady Eddie. Tick along. Good clearance. There's some belly aching about handball, but I'm not interested in discussing that. Yeah, steady Eddie. Just what we need. Now, if him dipping in and out, and he can play like that once every 2-3 weeks, then maybe he can stay for the rest of the season. But if someone wants to come and buy him, now we've got Gay through the door, would I be reluctant to flog him? For what we're going to get for him? Not going to get anything for him, are we? Really? I'd probably keep him unless he starts jumping up and down. I want the World Cup. Is he going to make a difference for Holland? Is he? Holland? Even if he does play, what's he going to do? Got Crystal Palace and played 15 games. Is that going to move the needle? Is it when he goes out in the Holland team? Listen, Holland aren't going to have a very good World Cup, are they? Van Dijk's past it. Ake's up and down, and Reinders. Jesus Christ, yeah. So yeah, I won't put any money on them winning the World Cup. But yeah, steady Eddie, good performance, and yeah, keep it up. Norwich left back was a bit of a shock. I didn't see this coming, but I suppose with the injuries to Nico Gonzalez, and then he has to play. Thought he started well. Wonderful cross for Haaland. Haaland should have scored, but didn't. But those sort of crosses, keep them coming. I don't look neat and tidy. I don't. He can't really defend, can he? He's not really interested in it, which is a problem, particularly when you look at Nico O'Reilly. He plays left back. No one gets passed in. He knocks people off the ball. Obviously, not this guy's game. But in the second half, I thought we were on the break quite. He should have scored, shouldn't he? He should have scored. But I think overall, he made more of an impact now than he did at the start of the season. So that's all we can ask for at the moment. But is he a bit soft? I think he sort of went down with a semi-injury, and then he went down with cramp. And I think one game you go down with cramp. Fucking one. So I'm not sure. As soon as he went down, I went to the fridge for a bit. So maybe I'm being overly harsh, but he come up against Tottenham. I think he get Brighton or pretended to be because he couldn't be arsed running back. So just something to keep an eye on. Is he finishing games enough? Is he seeing it through? Is he robust enough? I suppose we'll see, won't we? So on to midfield, Bernardo Silva. That is the best version of Bernardo Silva. That is a Newcastle away Bernardo Silva. That perfect. Man rings around their midfield. Look at near him, particularly in the first half. And if he could do that against Spurs and Liverpool, then we've got every chance of doing the business. Particularly if you partner with Rodri and or Nico. I don't want to see him on the right wing ever. Get him in there. He's perfect. I thought he was perfect. Even Robbie Savage again. He was singing his praises. Oh, talking about the TNT coverage. We were on TNT 6, and I know some Blues had difficulty finding it. And putting that to one side, being on Channel 6, we avoid Fletch. Fucking Fletch. Gobshite. Yeah, I'm glad we're on obscure fringe channels, so we at least have a sort of a normal commentator, not one who's just trying to make headlines and likes to sound his own voice. So yeah, I'm all for Channel 6. Channel 6 Army, here we come. Okay, yes, Bernardo Silva, perfect. He carries on doing that against Spurs and Liverpool, where we should be in good hands. I'll come on to those games in future videos. But yeah, I thought he was exceptional. He's understanding the game, tactical awareness, the way he wins fouls, he dribbles out of tight spaces. Yeah, you've all seen it. We've all seen it. He's superb. Nico O'Reilly. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This guy's going to the top. No ifs, no buts. End of conversation. And I've mentioned on his debut after the Charity Shield against United is Patrick Vieira and Rodri rolled into one. I've said it on air again, and I'll continue saying it. He's brilliant. Yeah, he gave the ball away a few times in midfield. He got caught on it, but he won it back a few times as well. His shot in the first half was wonderful. He don't look out of his depth, does he? It's his first game at that level. And in midfield at that level. And yeah, he gives the ball a few times, but so what? You know, we're not playing Real Madrid, are we? We're not playing the semi-finals. As we get to those stages, he'll learn and he'll grow and he'll adapt. Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit too left-footed, isn't he, at times? So he does telegraph how he's turning and all the rest of it. But you know, that's what coaching staff are for, isn't it? Make him better. Make him better. I think he'll go back to left back for these big league games. No, say Nori out, and Nori's got a problem. Nori's got a problem, particularly next season, because Guardiola could play left back. Gay, if the defence is Guardiola, Gay, Diaz, Nunes, where's Nori fit in? Because then, I don't know where Nori fits in. I think he's got a problem. Might go to play for Galatasaray. You never know. So yeah, Nico O'Reilly, perfect. Ryan Cherky got the nod over Foden. Could Foden have any complaints? I don't think so. I said after, I called Foden a bit, but after the Wolves game, he didn't look like he was chomping a bit, did he? Oh, no, I was really impressed with Cherky yesterday. I had my doubts about it, and I probably still do. My initial thought after the Tottenham game back in August was he's small, he's fat, and he can't run. Well, he can't help being small, can he? He's not fat anymore. He lost a lot of weight after those first few games. You can see that in the training videos. And he can't run. Well, he's not very quick, is he? But he is a bit nippy. But a great goal. I think he's had 9 goals and 9 assists so far this season. Well, he's going to be double figures for both. Easy, isn't it? Easy. Probably 15 for both at this run rate. You know, as a signing 34 million quid from Lyon, French league, how are you going to adapt? You all come out with the attitude problem and all that sort of stuff, which I don't really believe. But yeah, I said I've got my doubts about him, but he's been a brilliant signing, hasn't he, so far? You know, yeah, he has some bad games. Everyone has bad games, particularly in the first season. Go and ask Florian Wirtz about bad games if you want to get involved in bad games. Jesus. Yeah, so more than happy with him. And yeah, keep it up. Jeremy Doku, much better in that role. We said on the preview show, I want him more centrally inside left. He was actually more central than I thought he would be, or I preferred him to be, but I thought he was excellent. Because he's more dangerous in those positions, isn't he? He can win free kicks, he get close to goal, and that pass for Haaland for the assist, superb. I am sure he's played that pass at least once before this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure he's played that through ball a couple of times this season. I mean, he's probably man of the match. He only played half the game, 30 minutes. Played half an hour. And he's probably man of the match. But the injuries. He gets a run, he plays 3 or 4 games, and he's injured. 3 or 4 games, he's injured. I mean, the job is to play 50 games. If you can't play 3 games a week, that's the job, innit? That's what we bought you for. That's the job. That's what you signed up for. And if you can't do it, then we might need to find someone who can. I mean, I'm not saying flog him now, but you know, that is what he's there for. We can't have this sort of, we can play every now and again to make an impact. So we have to change the team and people in forward crowds. I don't know how they do it, because I know he's been kicked if he's out, but he can't help being kicked. The injuries are a problem. But it was a calf one, though, wasn't it? Yesterday. So it's not, no, the Dalla one was a kick. Yesterday's a calf. And big games coming up, aren't they? Big games. It's money time, this. And if you're injured, you're no good source, unfortunately. So hopefully the medical team can work that out. Marmoush, good team start. I thought he did well against Wolves. Deserved the start today. I thought it was fine. He can't dribble. His back to goal work's not great, but he's direct. He can shoot, and it's only a matter of time before he starts banging them in for fun. But I liked his work rate. His link-up play wasn't great, but first time they played, some of the runs were a bit. Their runs were a bit similar at times, which didn't help. But generally fine. Got no complaints. So what's him again? I don't think he'll play with Spurs, but we can see him home to Newcastle, can't we, in the League Cup, hopefully. Talking of Haaland, better, much better. That miss, the sitter was diabolical, but let's put that down to rustiness early in the game. Scored weirdly a few times on the break. And I mentioned Kusanov. I'm not expecting Kusanov to make that pass, but Turkey, Foden, one or two others. It's a bit weird, wasn't it? But his finish was great. Got us off the mark. Early doors, early goal. All we all wanted. So yeah, very, very good, very, very good. And do it again. That's it, innit? Go do it again. That's the job. I don't want to like Roy Keane, that's your job and all that, but you are the money man. You are the guy who's supposed to see the ball in the net. So yeah, do it again, please. Big game coming up. So you're gonna wrap up shortly, but let's go through the subs. Nico, start with the positive. Nico G off the bench 10 minutes ago. Good to see him back from injury. Will he play him and Rodders away at Tottenham? I think probably Rodri and Bernardo, but we'll have to see on fitness. Won't we? I think Bernardo's a must. Though Tottenham got a good win, didn't they? The strength of the Premier League in the Champions League is remarkable when you look at it. Reinders, he come on for Turkey, I think. Was it Turkey? I think he was. No, he come on for Marmoush, because Gonzalez are going for Turkey. Same old, but head injury was a bit weird, wasn't it? Bang heads, you wrap a bandage around you and you carry on. Doesn't feel very 2026, does it? Same old, wasn't it? Same old. Can't blame midfield. Got to stick him up front, and he's pretty ineffective. And see, the game's over. It doesn't matter. Phil Foden. God, I don't like slagging Phil off. I never like slagging Phil off, but that's just not good enough, is it? It's just not good enough. The chance in the first half, you could have took a touch. You could have laid off into a teammate, or you could have done a better shot. And it was all shit. It was all shit. That cross for Haaland was diabolical. Oh, God. He needs to sit on the bench, doesn't he? He needs I think sit on the bench against Tottenham. Have a run around in the League Cup, sit on the bench against Liverpool, and then play in the FA Cup against Salford and see how far we get from there, because it's not good enough at the moment, is it? You had a great run in, when was it, September, October, and then the Chelsea home game, I think, was when him and Cherki were bad. Cherki seems to have recovered a bit. Foden has not. So yeah, sit him down, give him a rest, and then we can take it from there, can't we? Yeah, and thank you for Benfica as well for that 4-2 win, which helps us obviously progress. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you for joining. If you got this far, I appreciate it. I'll be back on Friday for the Spurs preview. I've got a bed and a wardrobe to put up, so God knows what. I might be doing a midnight. We'll see how that goes. Press the notification bell so you know when my next video is coming out. I said thank you for joining. It's a great day yesterday. We beat Wolves, we beat Galatasaray. We're on the men now, aren't we? So onwards and upwards. Next game is Spurs, and I'll see you for a preview of that. So thank you and take care.